Welcome back to Chalk Talk. Man City beat Liverpool 4-1 in the Premier League to move themselves a step closer to trying to catch Arsenal at the top of the Premier League table. On to the key statistics. Man City dominating possession, 68% to Liverpool's 32%, and the XG was through the roof, almost 3, which is very, very high indeed. Anything over 2 is a really strong XG, and Liverpool very small amount of shots on goal, XG just 0.33, and Man City absolutely dominating them here at the Etihad. On to the key features of the game. Man City obviously lining up in their 4-3-3 base shape, although it never really looks like this in or out of possession. So on to the first key point. We see Stones here inverting into midfield to create this 3-2 build-up at the back for Man City. Now, there are other players that have done this. Kyle Walker and Rico Lewis have done this as well. And it makes the formation look a little bit something like this in possession when Man City have the ball with the double pivot there, Rodri and Stones. This creates this 3-box-3 formation, as I call it, or 3-4-3 with a box midfield. And there are a couple of reasons why Pep always seems to come back to this. He's done it at Barcelona when he signed Fabregas. He then later also did it at Bayern Munich as well, was keen on doing this when he had Xabi Alonso in the team. And now it seems to be a huge feature of a lot of the way he lines up week in, week out in the Premier League. So the two key reasons for this are the box midfield creates a central overload. So you've got 4 players. That's very different. Most teams play with 2 or 3 central midfield players, and it allows them to dominate the ball possession in the middle of the pitch. And it also keeps width high and wide. And secondly, with the amount of central players in the central positions, it allows them to win the ball back quickly. As we know, Guardiola teams like to press high and win the ball back as soon as they can. Okay, on to the next key point then. Wingers pegged to the touchline is a feature of all Pep's teams, and you've got Grealish here and Mahrez, 2 of the best wingers in the Premier League, pegged right to the touchline. This allows more space to be created in the middle of the pitch for those 4 central players, Rodri, Stones, Gundogan and De Bruyne. And it makes it really difficult for teams to be able to get the ball back off Man City quickly because of the sheer numbers that they have in this area of the pitch. Added to that, you've got the false 9 that will drop in to create central overlays. Now, interestingly, Haaland didn't play. Obviously, he's got a slight injury, still not quite fully fit. And Alvarez could drop into that box in midfield to create even more further central overloads to create Liverpool many problems when they were out of possession. Liverpool tried to set up with a fairly aggressive 4-4-2 pressing structure, but it didn't really. They managed to get to half time 1-1. However, it didn't really tend to work for them. Man City, though, look like they're really stepping up the gears now, though, and going from strength to strength. And with this formation here, they played it a lot again over the last couple of seasons. I really feel that it allows them to again, dominate the possession. They keep their wingers high and wide. It causes back 4s or 5s huge amounts of problems. They don't really have a centre forward to mark a lot of the time if this sort of thing is happening. And they will be patient. They will always be patient with the way they play. They will circulate the ball, move it back and forward until they can get to the wide men and then get into the box, and are very patient with this. Will Man City catch Arsenal is the question. I really feel that it's going to be a really interesting and exciting end to the season. They obviously still have to play each other another time, and it's going to be a fascinating title race to see if Man City or Arsenal will win the Premier League. Thank you for listening, guys. If you've enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe.